Hello, everyone out there in Facebook and Instagram land. I'm very excited for this tiny Porch concert. Porch is not so tiny, and neither is the view. In the background here, we have Grandfather Mountain, we have Hanging Rock, and directly behind me, we have a good friend of mine for the last 25 years. This is a guy I grew up with. Super proud to have him here playing to benefit the Valley Cruces Park. So please, if you enjoy Mr. Brooks Forsyth, if you could show a little love to the Valley Cruces Park on Venmo, PayPal, or on our website, valleycrucespark.org. And I will turn it over to Brooks right now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and enjoy the show.
Thanks for having me. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more. Lord, I've got them deep river blues. Let that rain drive right on, let that wind sweep along. Lord, I've got them deep river blues. My old gal, she's a good old pal, but she walks just like a waterfowl when I get them deep river blues. And there ain't no one to cry for me when the fish all go out on a spree. Lord, I've got them deep river blues. Give me back my old boat, I'm gonna sail it if it'll float. Lord, I've got them deep river blues. Get me down to Muscle Shoals, 'cause time's getting better there, I'm told. Lord, I've got them deep river blues. If my boat, it sinks with me, I'm gonna go down, can't you see? I've got them deep river blues. Now it's time to say goodbye, and if I sing, just let me die. Lord, I've got them deep river blues. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more. I've got them deep river blues. Let that rain drive right on, let that wind sweep along. Lord, I've got them deep river blues. I've got them deep river blues. So much. All right.
And the crowd goes wild.
Thank you so much. And the crowd goes wild for the first number out here.
And the gang, the whole Valley
Thank you very
Cruces
much for having me,
Park.
Ashley, and the gang,
real
the whole
thrill.
Valley Cruces Community Park. It is a real thrill to be playing for this, because I grew up down there, and I grew up going to the park, and there's just been so many great memories involved with it. So, moving right along, we're going to do another tune here that Doc Watson used to play. That was the intro song. I think Doc said that was his most requested tune in an interview that I heard. And we're going to do a tune here that he wrote himself. It's called, that one was Deep River Blues, but this one's going to be Doc's guitar. Thank you. Doc's Guitar, that's the name of that song. And I read somewhere else, and keep in mind, everything I'm quoting tonight, you should probably, if you care to, go and check the sources or check where it came from and see if it's even true. But I did read somewhere, I believe, that he used to call that song Gallopin' the Strings. And then he changed it to Doc's Guitar. So you can be the judge, y'all on the porch here behind all these different forms of cameras and media and all these different things that are capturing this event. And all the people out there and in video land can also be the judge if you like the first name, Gallopin' the Strings, or Doc's Guitar better. I like the latter myself. But anyway, thanks again for having me. It's been a great time so far, and hoping it'll continue to be a good time. This is a song that I wrote a couple years ago, and I was traveling around the country, and I drove through Wyoming for the first time. Yeah, and it was quite spacious out there in Wyoming. Depending on where you are, there's not too much going on out there. You know, there's certain pockets where there is, but a lot of cattle, a lot of stuff like that. Anyway, I wrote this song traveling through Wyoming. Big sky beauty hits my window, vacant and scary. Unloading horrors on the hotel stationery. It's the dark road I'm roaming, and another haunted night in Wyoming. Ain't this state of vast plains that's kept me from sleeping? It's the state of my mind where my demons are creeping, and your memory's showing on another haunted night in Wyoming. stopped into Q-Man's music up in Sheridan. And I got me some records of Charlie Rich and Floyd Tillman. Almost if they were knowing me another haunting night in Wyoming. Did I leave you with a forsaken feeling? Too many good times I chased out for the stealing. Seems they want mine for owning on another haunting night in Wyoming. Now I'm heading down through Buffalo to Laramie. And it's open roads and skies as far as I can see. But when the moon gets to glowing, be another haunting night in Wyoming. It's a dark road I'm roaming, and another haunting night in Wyoming. Thank you. Thank you so very much. It's called Wyoming. Name of that song. I thought about it for a while. You know, another haunting night in Wyoming. Haunting night in Wyoming with an apostrophe, haunting, you know, to be kind of hip in the folk scene. Wyoming. I think we're going to go with that one. Yeah, I've been out west, I guess 4 times now. Driving out west, playing the guitar and singing for my supper, that kind of thing. And because of everything going on right now and, you know, all the kind of the lockdown and the whole music industry is taking a hit from that too, you know. And so it's the first year I'm not going out west and... That's why it's so good to be out here and, you know, getting the opportunity to play. So I really do appreciate you having me out here and putting on a little summer concert to all the virtual fans. This is, what would we call this, Valley Viral. Yeah, I'm coining that now. Valley Viral. But I've been doing some recordings in Nashville the last couple years, and this is a song I just recorded. I was thankful and grateful enough to be able to record it before everything kind of took a change in the country. So I do have an album kind of in the oven right now, and the recording part's done at least. This one's off that new album. It's called Songbird. Some birds sing, some birds call, some birds don't make no sound at all. If we could fly away, I'd be a songbird with you, babe. We'd soar above the scenery, migrate on in harmony, and in the clouds we'd stay. If I were a songbird with you, babe. Your melodies are of another kind. Your feathers folks don't always see, but you've got a song for them all. So come along, sing it with me. Might be flying, you might be alright. And I won't help you sleep at night. But I'd be gliding through the days if I were a songbird with you, babe. Your melodies are of another kind. Your feathers folks don't always see, but you got a song for them all. Come along, sing it with me. And other birds might think we're weird. We'll boldly do what they've only feared. It won't matter what they say if I'm a songbird with you, babe. Songbirds sing, songbirds call. Some birds don't make no sound at all. If we could fly away, I'd be a songbird with you, babe. If you come fly away, I'd be a songbird with you, babe.
Turn the bird noises off.
You can turn the bird noises off now back there. That went just as planned, and now it's time. Now it's time to move on. It's time to move on. Yeah, as I said earlier, I grew up in the valley. I guess that's not completely true. I'm going to come clean about that now. I grew up in Boone until probably about 7 years old. So really at heart, I was a transplant. But, you know, I soaked up enough of it from 7 till now, so give me a break, you know what I mean? Anyway, it was a great place to grow up, and one of the best parts about it was the Valley Cruces Park, you know, and I actually was fortunate because I lived right across the road from the park. So I used to ride down there and participate in all the different things, all the different fun activities you could do down there, you know, and I've said this many times before, but the first concert I ever saw, I think in my entire life, the first one I remember was Doc Watson at the Valley Cruces Park. And he used to put on these unannounced concerts because, you know, he'd have his concerts where there would be swarms of people, and then he would put on the concerts that was basically just set up and go. And we were fortunate to be able to see him down there with a crowd of maybe like 20 or 30 people, you know. And that's probably the first memory I have of the park and live music. So there's a lot of different things that tie together for this event. You know, I feel like my entire life has been leading up to this moment, is what I'm trying to say. So thanks for helping make that happen. But I guess I'm going to do something else that Doc played now with all that lead up. Yeah. Now, there's a song I don't always play. I'm going to try it out here. It was a tune that I first heard him play on, I think it's the Live on Stage album with Doc and Merle. And he plays this tune, and it's a song he got from Mississippi John Hurt, the old blues player. And it's a song that a lot of finger pickers try their hand at playing. It's called Spike Driver Blues. John Henry was a steel driving man, but he went down. John Henry was a steel driving man. Lord, he went down. Lord, he went down. He went down. Got them mean old spike driver blues, and they won't go. Lord, they won't go. Got them mean old spike driver blues. Lord, they won't go. Lord, they won't go. Lord, they won't go. It's a long way from that East Colorado, honey, to my home, honey, to my home. It's a long way from that East Colorado, honey, to my home, honey, to my home, honey, to my home. Take this hammer and give it to the captain. Won't you tell him I'm gone? Won't you tell him I'm gone? Take this hammer and give it to the captain. Won't you tell him I'm gone? Won't you tell him I'm gone? You're sure he's gone? Spike Driver Blues. Anybody ever heard that tune out here? This is Spike Driver Blues. Anybody ever heard that tune out here? Are we getting a lot of flowing comments on the message boards? I'm sure it's just getting overloaded on here with all the comments about that one. Yeah, that's a tune that I think that the first recording I guess the first recording I ever heard of it was Mississippi John Hurt. And that's where Doc said he got it. But there was an old show with Pete Seeger called Rainbow Quest, and they would bring in all these different folk acts. I think it was sort of like the equivalent of like going on Johnny Carson as a comedian. You know, if Johnny called you over, you made it. You know, and if you went on Rainbow Quest, that was like mega stardom in the folk world, which is kind of like an oxymoronic statement, but we'll go with it for now. And anyway, I saw Mississippi John Hurt on Rainbow Quest, and he was kind of showing, he had made that recording of Spike Driver Blues, and all these fingerpickers were going, how do you do that? And he explains, you can go on and look it up online, but he sort of explains, well, John Henry, he was double jointed, and he shows like the different. I guess he meant that he can do different rhythms with different hands. I'm not sure exactly. I'm still pondering what exactly he meant, and maybe it's not meant for my feeble mind to understand. But anyway, there's a great video of him explaining it. Well, Doc comes along, and Doc always did a finger-picking pattern that was like Merle Travis-style picking. And he would play with all those old, he plays with a flat pick too, but all the finger-picking stuff you hear Doc doing, I think almost all of it, if not all of it, is him doing the thumb and just his pointer finger. So he's got kind of that lobster. I call it the old lobster. And I am coining that one. I haven't heard that yet, so I'm coining that one on this broadcast. But anyway, he said that he had never heard anybody do that pattern with that song. Doc said he thought he was the first person that had tried that pattern because, Mississippi's John Hurt's playing with a few different fingers. But it's pretty incredible. If you go back through all those old Doc Watson fingerpicking numbers, to imagine that not only are all those notes happening at once, but they're coming from two fingers. I'm not a mathematician, but that doesn't add up. So, and it's just one more thing that's kind of mesmerizing about his playing. So, anyway, I'm gonna do another tune now. The talking segment is gonna be over here. This is a song that a lot of pickers play that Tony Rice played, but Norman Blake wrote. It's called Church Street Blues. I've been hanging out of town, Lordy, in that low-down rain, watching good time Charlie friends driving me insane. Up on shady Charlotte Street, the green lights look red. I wish I was back home on the farm in my feather bed. I got myself a rocking chair to see if I can lose these thin dime, hard time, hell on Church Street blues. Myself a paper friend, I read yesterday's news, and I folded up page 21 and I stuck it in my shoe. I gave me a nickel to the poor, my good turn for the day, and I pulled up my old billfold and I threw it far away. Got myself a rocking chair to see if I can lose these thin dime, hard time, hell on Church Street blues. Wish I had some guitar strings, old black diamond brand. I'd string up this old Martin box and I'd go and join some band. Guess I'm gonna stay right here and pick and sing a while and try to make a little change and give you folks a smile. Got myself a rocking chair to see if I can lose these thin dime, hard time, hell on Church Street blues. A rocking chair to see if I can lose this thin dime, hard time, hell on Church Street blues. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Norman Blake wrote that tune.
That's an old song that, yeah, Norman Blake wrote that tune, and the version I attempt to play is the Tony Rice kind of style of it, and there's another real neat video of Tony doing that. That's the pro stuff in my opinion. And a lot of players, the flat pickers, they try to emulate Tony Rice. You go down to Wilkesboro, they're like every person goes out and gets a, people buy their kids like Martin guitars as young as they can get them start to play, and try to play like Tony Rice. Tony Rice is legend down there. Try this new tune out here. I played over at a retirement home with my friend Drayton not too long ago, and those are good gigs. The rocking the retirement home stuff. It's a little bit different demographic than I'm used to normally with the dive bars, but it was really interesting. I've played a few retirement homes in my day. But this one was, it was interesting. We were playing a lot of stuff that, was sort of like 1930s, 40s type music, Stardust and Tin Pan Alley kind of catalog. And And I think we looked up about halfway through it, and we realized, like, everybody's singing along. People, the average age was like 85 to 95 or something, and they were like, this is our music, They were really actually. We realized at that point that we had been playing to the wrong crowd for probably the last 10 years, at least with that music. So anyway, but after I left that place, I kind of wrote down a little song in my head and then put some guitar chords to it. I've never played it before. I'm going to try it out here. It's called Old Folks Home. When I went to the old folks' home today, all my worries seemed to pass away. It didn't take me very long to see it's silly things that been worrying me. Funny all the things you can realize just by looking straight into an old man's eyes. It's funny for him to see, I suppose, all the things a young man thinks he knows. Took out my guitar and played a song, and all the old folks began to sing along. Sang a tune about flying away when I went to the old folks' home today. I went to the old folks' home today. All my worries seem to pass away. It didn't take me very long to see it's silly things that have been worrying me. I went to the old folks' home today. Thank y'all very much. It's called Old Folks' Home. Thank you very much. Yeah, did you time that? That was perfect. The timing there was right at the very end. Kind of would be sort of a type of applause, really. I take that as a good sign if people are cracking a can today. Yeah, cheers to everyone out there and everyone at home. Thanks again for having us, having me and us at your home out here in this undisclosed location in Valley Cruces. Yeah, Ashley, she was like, we'd love to have you play. We can't tell you where it is yet because. So where are you taking me? Yeah. And it sounded like they were going to blindfold me and take me somewhere, and I needed to bring my guitar, but I was game, So and I'm glad I was. I'm glad it all worked out. So anyway, thanks again. I'm going to do a few more tunes here. Train going down a railroad track makes me feel so doggone blue to listen to that old smokestack. Come back again, let me hear your whistle blow. Taking the sun, leaving the rain, making me wanna go. Lonesome here, waiting for the manifest. I hope that engineer is kind enough to let me be his guest. And I'm not so bad, some people think I am. No, I've rambled here and I've traveled there, I've hoboed these states around. Drivers rolling on, leaving me here behind. Give me back the good old days, let me don't go to wine. Come back again, let me hear your whistle blow. You're taking the sun, leaving the rain, making me wanna go. Taking the sun, leaving that rain, making me wanna go. Blue railroad train. Thank y'all.
Blue railroad train.
Thank you. The Blue Railroad Train. That's another one that Doc used to play. And the Delmore brothers wrote that song. The Delmore brothers down from Alabama. I believe that's where they're from. And I think it was Alton and Rabin Delmore. Can anybody clarify that? I think. Well, then it's right, isn't it? Yeah. That's always the best scenario. If no one's yelling at you from the crowd, usually you can at least get out of the venue without being harmed. So anyway, and that's what we're going for tonight. That's the goal. So. anyway, it's really been a pleasant evening out here. We got the birds chirping, and nice little crowd, and so thanks again for having me out here. I'm gonna do a tune now that you'll probably recognize, and the version I'm gonna try to play here is the version that Jerry Reed played. It's an old Ray Charles song, but Jerry Reed put a little arrangement to it, and it goes kind of like this. Let me tell you about a gal I know. She's my baby and she lives next door. Every morning when the sun comes up, she brings my coffee in my favorite cup. That's why I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. When I'm in trouble and I need a friend, I know she'll go with me right till the end. Everybody asks me how I know. I smile at them and say she told me so. That's why I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. When I call her on the telephone and tell her that I'm all alone, by the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her on my door. In the evening when the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around, she looks at me and she holds me tight, says everything's alright. That's why I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. Call her on the telephone and tell her that I'm all alone. By the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her. She's a long knocker on my door. In the evening when the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around, she looks at me and she holds me tight, says, Daddy, everything's alright. That's why I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. Hallelujah, I just love her so. Hallelujah, I just love her so. Hallelujah, I just love it so. All right. Yeah. Hallelujah, I just love it so. Jerry Reed, I guess he was the Georgia Wild Man. That's what they used to call him, the Georgia Wild Man. And he kind of, slowed that. The original version's a little bit more moving, a little bit more kicking, and he kind of slowed it down and finger picked it, and that was sort of that version of it. I got a couple more songs for y'all this evening, and as we're winding down, the sun's starting to kind of set around us. We got the whole view behind us out here, looking off on the valley. We're still not revealing the location, though, right? It's a secret spot up here, and it's secret for a reason, and it's a good spot to be, though. And I really appreciate you having me out here for the kind of benefiting the park, and I like I said earlier, I've always, the park is kind of one of those really like special happy places in my head. No matter where I travel, I'm always, every now and then I'll think back to Valley Cruises, and the park's a big part of that. So it's really a privilege to play for it. And so anyway, thanks again. you do echoes through the earth. Every footstep that you plant runs its course and ramifies. Now that your heart travels far from your hearth, down the arborescent currents, through the bloodstream of all life. Everything you say can be heard in some way, and you might speak the loudest without making a sound. And now that your dream is not bound by this world, there's plenty worlds of dreams out there to be found. Don't think to cry, for you will not be alone. Living is but learning how to fly. Heaven is but going home. When you're gone, you will not be forgotten. When your trials have ended and your rest is won. When your stones are laid and your epitaph fades, the essence of your being will have only begun. Don't think to cry, for you will not be alone. Living is but learning how to fly. Heaven is but going home. Living is but learning how to fly. Heaven is but going home. Thank you very much. It's called Heaven Is But Going Home. That's a song. I wrote that a couple years ago, and I finished it driving through. I think it was Dewitt Barnett Road, kind of through there, and there's the cemetery up at the top there. And I actually kind of finished the song in Valley Cruces. So that's definitely a song that's at least for me is special to this area. You know, I mean, kind of the spirit of that song. You know, you get an idea for a song, you might get a little finger picking pattern or something, and then but you don't quite have the closing part. So you got to leave the apartment. You got to get out. You got to get out, and you got to go searching for it. And just when you think you can't find it, you know, it comes and finds you, or something like that. You know. Anyway, thanks again, guys. This has been really fun. Spring, one sunny day, my sweetheart left me, Lord, she went away. Now she's gone, I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. She called me up from down in El Paso. She said, come back, Daddy, I need you so. And now she's gone, I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. peaches. Don't shake my tree. Stay out of my orchard and let my peaches be. Now she's gone, I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Don't you come running where you came. I had that same old mindset all the same. And now she's gone, I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. In the spring, one sunny day, my sweetheart left me alone. She went away, and now she's gone. I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Now she's gone. I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Thank y'all very, very much. Sitting on top of the world, as some people say that. S-E-T-T-I-N. We got one more tune for y'all this evening. I think does that sound about right to wrap it up, or we can just keep going all night long? Just keep it rolling. Yeah, I got another tune. I'm gonna do this one as a closer here, and it's a song that I've kind of put two songs together here, and it's the Cannonball Rag, and then also the Salty Dog Blues. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in. If you're watching at home, and I would say drive safe, but you're watching at home, so just be safe as you can be, and. I really do appreciate you kind of giving me this outlet to sort of, put on a performance this evening, and so thanks again. Standing on the corner with a low-down blues, a great big hole in the bottom of my shoes. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog. I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Yeah, the dollar's a dollar and the dime's a dime, and the gals don't like me 'cause I take 'em a time. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog. I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. I'm gonna pick one here. Wildwood sitting on a log, my finger on the trigger and my eye on a hog. Well, honey, let me be your salty dog. Let me be your salty dog. I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Put the the trigger and the gun went bam, and the shot fell over in Alabama. Honey, let me be your Saudi dog. Let me be your Saudi dog. I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your Saudi dog. Saudi dog, I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your Saudi dog. Let me be your Saudi dog. I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your Saudi dog. Honey, let me be your Saudi dog. Be your Saudi dog, I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your Saudi dog. Let me be your Saudi dog, I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your Saudi dog. Honey, let me be your Saudi dog. Thanks again for having me out here, everybody. Really appreciate it. Honey, let me be your Saudi dog. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your night.